I dated this guy for a second, right? And right. He was a basketball player. Mm-hmm. This is some tea, okay? Mm-hmm. So he was a basketball player, and he told me that there's this like Facebook for high-end famous prostitutes, and that he was like, you need to understand that there's like this whole different world, and it was called Bella's Girls or something, and it was like you had to get like a very specific link from like a madam or like a friend of a friend to like sign in to see like who was available for escort services. And
sorry, I don't know.
I can't make this shit up. I know it's kind of crazy, but like for real. Yeah. So he did not say Hayden's name or anything like that. I remember seeing like on Dumois or like whatever it was at the time, Crazy Days and Nights, that it was like certain people were yachting. Do you know what yachting is?
I mean, I love yachting. I love yachts. Just kidding. I've never even been on a yacht. What am I talking about?
I will take
I'm
you
not
on
rich.
If I ever have a yacht.
But if one of us has,
I'll rent
I'd love
a yacht.
it. I've never been on. Yeah, I've never been on a private plane, a yacht. Come on.
I've never been.
I've barely been to first class.
I have been on a private plane.
Have you? Okay, that's another story.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, go on.
So yachting is when women choose to take company with really wealthy men or women, I suppose, wealthy people who own the yacht. And they do whatever it takes to be on that yacht, right? Okay. And then they take pictures of them being on the yacht or the private plane, and they're quote unquote yachting. So that is code for like basically like being an escort or like somebody who's willing to like do whatever it takes to be with somebody wealthy.
Okay.
I remember when I was in my 20s in LA, that was definitely something that was kind of like being pushed towards me in the dating world. Like some guys that were like clearly not like they were older or like just like there was nothing in common for us.
Right.
They would be shooting their shot to be like, hey, like, I'm wealthy, date me kind of vibes. And I was never into that.
Yeah,
I was truly never into like
not. Maybe
dating
because you were
someone.
probably working and making your own money
I
first
really
of all.
But girl, I tried. I tried to date somebody who was like the head of some sort of like, ended up becoming a head of a network. But like it wasn't because I wanted the job. I literally was like, I think I see a future with a stable person, but I'm not stable. And so, but at the same time, I was like, the attraction's not there, but like maybe this is what I should be doing, right?
Yeah.
But again, there was girls,
grow.
but there were girls around me, models and like other actresses who were just like, oh no, this is daddy now. You know, it's like, what? Like this is unhealthy. So I can say I've done a lot of dumb shit, but I've never been with somebody for money.
Yeah, me neither. It's
good.
Yeah.
Cheers. Let's cheers our beautiful drink.
Yes. Is that a peanut I see in my drink?
It's a peanut.
It's a peanut
inside you.
There's Coca-Cola. There's a peanut in my drink.
You're right. We're keeping it classy.
Yes,
I just want to say,
classy.
Anneliese, you're right. We got to keep it classy.
Yeah. Well, this will be for another
episode.
People's
parents are watching.
People's parents are watching. We recorded yesterday. We did a little podcast yesterday, and I had a little talk with myself at home. I was like, yeah, just really thinking like, what do I want out there? It's definitely like food for thought. I've been such a private person, you know, and not that anybody cares, not that I'm so extreme that I need to be private, but I've just never exposed myself. Oh no, it's getting worse.
See,
go to the drink.
Just drink the drink. It'll make sense.
Cheers. Let's talk about it.
This tastes like alcohol.
Okay.
I smell it and it tastes like alcohol.
Oh, really? Thank you for the warning. Okay, and thank you, Lauren O'Brien, for making us this drink. Will you explain it to us, please?
I absolutely will. We have a beautiful, wonderful, very talented guest today. Spencer Sutherland is here. He is obsessed with Elvis, and this is a Elvis flavored mocktail, because he loved peanut butter and Coca-Cola.
Oh, that is so cute, Lauren. Thank you.
It's a really lovely little drink with Ritual whiskey. Ritual, what's up? Sponsorship, come on now.
Ritual.
Let's go, guys.
Let's get rich with Ritual.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love that. That's it. There you go.
I want to get one of these peanuts, and I don't see how I'm going to get it. I want to get it in my mouth.
Oh my God, it's so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like whiskey?
It's a little bit licoricey, molassesy.
It's whiskey.
Yeah.
That's whiskey right there.
I never liked whiskey. I never, again, liked the taste of alcohol. I only liked the way it made me feel till I didn't anymore.
But if you like whiskey, this is or you don't want to actually have to drink whiskey.
I got a peanut.
Certain alcohol really had a bad effect on me. How about you? Like tequila made me a werewolf.
No, but I'm noticing... what is it called? The Asian flush, where if you're allergic to...
You're canceled now.
I know, right? But it's really called that.
No, Asian people are allergic to certain
But not
kind
just
of
Asian
alcohols,
people. Loads of people.
Yeah, a lot of people are allergic to alcohol and then they get flushed. Yeah.
Yes, or a certain type of alcohol. But I think whiskey does that a lot of times to people.
Oh, this is good with the peanuts.
It's absolutely delicious. You know what I wanted to do, though? speaking Tiger Cruise, before we forget, is talk about those outfits that we were wearing. Can we please? I'm sorry.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Are y'all ready for this?
More of this. I love this. More of this. Oh no. Okay, let me get my phone.
I got it already.
Wait, so you have a code on your phone? Why? Should Brandon be worried?
No, I literally share my location with my husband. He knows where I'm at, and I know where he's
Why?
at. Because if one of us gets hurt and we can't get in touch with the person,
I actually am looking at this picture of me and Tiger Cruise, and
I'm looking.
I look
Ready?
kind of okay.
Let's switch. What do you look like?
Okay.
Oh, you look so cute. Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, first of all, let's just talk about this. Christy's actually in 2 different outfits because I guess she went to the Tiger Cruise twice.
What?
One was with the Hannah Panettiere movie. Then when did you go again?
No, I have no idea because you just told me that it was in New York that you met me for Tiger Cruise.
You're so thin, Christy.
I was very thin. I was always thin. I never had good nutrition, and I was, probably had an eating disorder.
Oh, really?
Just because my nutrition was so bad. Like
Totally.
I feel
maybe
like
you don't even realize
you
it.
don't even. I had internalized ED. I bet that if that was a real thing, and I went to a therapist to talk about it.
I also think it's because your breasts, dare I say, are
Well, they were fake. They're fake, and
so it's
and
like
I got
on your
them
little
done.
body, on your little body.
Yeah,
it's like, whoa.
I guess they called them bolts.
Bolts?
Bolts, bolt boobies. I don't know. It's not a very nice term.
That's
Let's
not
put it that
nice.
way. You just always been able to like pull off anything.
Thank you.
I wonder what you'd look like with dark hair.
Very Jewish, which I love.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how my hair is. I have dark hair.
You do. Your roots are dark?
Yeah, pretty dark. I'm kind of like, just like a dirty color, and also very gray now. But yes, I actually look very Israeli, which, I am. I'm Jewish. So, but yeah, I like changing it up. I love changing it up.
When did you first go red?
You know what? Speaking of toxic shock syndrome, I'm going to bring it back around to that. I lost some of my hair when I had toxic shock.
What?
Yes.
No, baby, no, really?
Just a little bit. It was weird. I don't know.
You were 14 when that happened.
Yes, I was 14.
Okay.
I said I was 12 because I was thinking about when I first started my flow.
It's a lot to unpack.
It is a lot to unpack. But when the toxic shock happened, I was actually 14. Anyway, who cares? My mother told me after that, because I was like so depressed and I had really wanted to dye my hair red. I had a friend named Courtney Draper who was in.
Oh my God, Courtney fucking Draper.
You know Courtney Draper?
Oh my God, I love Courtney Draper.
I haven't talked to her in so long. But
no,
she's
we should get her on.
We should get her on. Actually, she's
a lawyer.
Genius. I know she's a lawyer. She's very smart. She always was.
She's so fun.
But no one will
Sassy.
ever know, unfortunately, how unbelievably talented she is as well. Her acting is insane, and also for dramatic acting, she was the best in our acting class growing up when I was with Amanda Seyfried and Josh Peck and who I mentioned. Wait, we got to talk about that. I mentioned. Sure? Well,
I'm always going to do that now. I'm going to be like, you sure?
But I mean, it's nothing to say, but like I did run into Josh Peck at a strike, which was really great. We were all striking, and I mentioned that. I was like, I felt so silly because I was like, Josh, and it was one of those things where I recognized him from acting class way long ago, but I think he thought I recognized him from, I don't know, Oppenheimer, which I still haven't seen, but I'm sure is fabulous. So it was one of those things. And then I could tell he didn't really remember me.
Yeah.
And so it was one of those awkward things where I was like, hey, remember me from class? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, remember I was in that family, the young kids family too. I was in that So Raven. And he kind of wasn't giving me an inch, even like pretending. I don't think he knew who I was at all, like of my career or even remembering that we had a history together in class.
Do you think that's possible? So
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
But he was
you make a really good point.
This is what happened. I don't want to say, I don't know him. I don't know. But he was like, I could tell he wanted to get away from me. I kind of felt like, I was like, did we reach out to him to be on this podcast or something? Because I felt like he was avoiding me. And sure enough,
he was on a different pod that PodCo does, but he was lovely, and I think like he's just one of those people who's when he's on kind of thing. And he's a dad, and I think he's always thinking about his. He has a podcast too. We have a really amazing guest today. great fashion sense.
Yes.
Spencer Sutherland is so talented. I think he might be my favorite vocalist at the moment.
Wow,
Yeah.
that says a lot. But yeah, he's amazing.
I want to see if you can teach me how to riff better, because like I've never been the best riffer.
Yeah.
And like I see like who is it that does it? Ariana. We were just talking about.
I think it's starting slow and then speeding it up.
But she like unlocks her jaw when she's doing her riffing.
I think the goal with that too is like to relax into it too.
Do you riff really well?
No, not really well, but a little. I'm definitely getting better. It's starting slow, like going ah. Then speeding it up, so like slow, and why am I even?
You lock it into your muscle memory.
Yeah, and then you speed it up. You speed it up. You go faster and faster and faster. And
I
eventually.
follow.
It's also easier to do a riff down than it is to do a riff up.
Oh.